Yo, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to episode 17 or 70 of ChanmanV's Pro Corner, where pros come and show us how it's done. Uh, this week we have the pleasure of having two Zergs on the show today, and originally I think everybody was expecting to see Suppy on the show today with Western Wolf wWSortOf, but unfortunately Suppy can't make it today, so thankfully we were able to get vVvGlon on to just be a last second replacement for for EG Suppy. So big thanks to vVvGlon. You'll be able to see these guys in just a sec, but kind of wanted to lead in. This show was from earlier today, and this is kind of a rebroadcast of it, but we had a lot of technical issues earlier, so I kind of wanted to get on here and kind of explain some of them because I couldn't actually just play the straight rebroadcast without explaining it. So So anyways, that's what. So today we ended up doing a ZvP with these two guys. Sort of has been really great at ZvP, and Glon has admittedly needed a little bit of help in it, but he's been Glon's been playing really great StarCraft 2 lately too, and hopefully you guys saw him in NASL qualifiers last night. He got to the finals and unfortunately was beaten by Bishu 3-2 in the finals. So but he played, he beat a lot of really good people along the way. So but yeah, anyways, that they're going to go over ZvP, kind of walk through some strategies via replay analysis, and just kind of do what we do on Pro Corner. and also I was doing a giveaway today too, the Razer Goliath, this speed mouse pad, this mouse pad right here. We were doing a giveaway with that too, and we do these giveaways every week. So big thanks to Razer for always doing that. For sponsoring the show and providing these type of things for giveaways for all the viewers every week. And happy to give those things away to all you guys. But yeah, so why don't we get started? And I'll talk to you guys later. All right, see ya. Enjoy. I mean. Okay. Well, I think I can. Well, I know what I'll do. I'll do this. Okay. Well, we'll do this. All right. You guys can hear them now, probably. Start talking, guys.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So, what's up? So did they miss our whole intro?
Yeah, I think they missed your whole intro, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if they can hear you now. Can you guys hear them now?
We're expecting an answer back.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's weird. You guys should have been able to hear them in the first place. Okay, well, we'll figure that out later. Let me fix the game sound here to match that, so you guys can hear them there too.
Yeah. So
Sorry
how
about
about we
that,
just jump
guys.
right into the game?
Yeah, we'll jump into the game.
do
We'll kind of get
intros.
an update from you guys again, sometime in between here. But sorry about that, guys. Okay, let me get this last game. We'll start off. How about we start off with your games, Glon, and then we'll jump right. We'll kind of end off with Sortov's games.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start off with the versus Inca one, because that one I actually hold it and do very well. But the Bishu one I don't. So let's do that second.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
So the Daybreak.
All right, Daybreak. So loading up Daybreak. This is against Inca guys from last night's semifinals of the NASL qualifier. Hopefully you guys caught some of
Yep.
that. No, Javelin, it's not your fault. It's definitely my fault. It's just I'm not sure exactly why it happened yet. But okay, so let me see if the game sounds are even on here. Okay, yeah, the game sounds are on. I just can't hear them because they're on my headphones. Okay, so why don't we fast forward to 3 minutes here?
Okay.
And in general, Glon, why don't you talk to us about your ZvP style?
So my ZvP style is generally towards getting to the late game. Sort of actually been watching your stream, you roach sling a lot. Well, not a lot, but I've seen you roach sling and make it work. That doesn't really work for me, but that's just me. So my style is basically getting towards getting to the late game, having double evolution chambers running, ling attack upgrades, sometimes get +1 roach. It depends on if I scout pressure coming or how aggressive I want to be. And yeah, then it's just using Infesterling with Spinewall and Corruptor to get to the late game of Broodlord, Corruptor, Infestor, all that fun stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff.
Okay, I'm at 3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
You there? All right, let's get it. Let's start it up. Why don't we go 2x here?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, it's going to be a
So yeah,
pretty normal, fast 3 hatch.
yeah, pretty normal, except I actually make a key mistake here. I thought I can get away with just making 2 lings. For the viewers, I'd definitely suggest making 4 Zerglings to start, because you're about to see, if you do not catch his probe with the initial 2 lings, you can actually get your 3rd blocked by a pylon and then a gateway. I think in this game he only makes a pylon. But since I don't catch this probe immediately, then he can just build a pylon, and I'm actually late getting the drone there. But he was already there with the probe. So, make 4 lings.
I see.
The name of the game.
Okay.
All right, so it's going to be about probably a minute later, so. Oh man, might be more actually.
Yeah, but if this does ever happen to you, just keep droning and keep injecting. Spend your money. Don't just go up to like 600 minerals. It's already bad enough. Just keep an extra queen, get the group spread going. And in this game, I was definitely more focused on scouting than I ever had before. In all the VODs, I saw of Inca, which there were actually 3 ZvP PvZ videos. He always did some kind of gimpy strategy to start, with a double Stargate, Fast Colossus, or something like that. He didn't actually go DTs, which is kind of funny since he's known for going DT.
Right.
But
Okay, but you got your lings in there and you got an overlord, so you pretty much found, you know everything at this point. He's got his he's got a Stargate, got his Void Ray out now, and your response your response to Stargate is what?
Response to Stargate, I'm always worried about a double Stargate with him, but in this case, I see that he does not have a double Stargate going up with the lings. I actually probably should have pulled the Overlord back once I got the lings inside, but I expected him to have a sentry. The lings are just meant to burn a force field. Okay, so this is actually another big mistake by me. I choose to try to engage the Void Ray Phoenix in the center. Initially, I only scout the Void Ray, and I stupidly presume that the Phoenixes are off somewhere else on the map. It does make it okay that I pick off the Void Ray, but I do lose Queen, so it's not terrible, but I should have bought like a burst support, and this is just sloppy losing Queen here.
Yeah, I hate
and
it when
Overlords.
I hate it when these Phoenixes get like in between the bases there.
Yeah, this is just sloppy. So basically with Stargate play, you should expect to lose a couple Overlords. Definitely you're scouting Overlords. So if you do ever scout like a Stargate, just send your Overlords into his base. You have a chance of seeing something. He's going to kill them anyways, unless they're somewhere craftily hidden. And yeah, so you should also expect maybe to lose a Queen. Depends on control. And if you can land all your transfuses. Even if you do land your transfuses, if you're like out of place of Sparkcaller, you're probably going to lose a Queen. And here was kind of like just my like a mini timing while droning. Luckily his arm's out of position, but I do delay focusing on the Nexus, and I should have pulled my approaches farther back so they all get force fielded, which kind of sucks. But it's not. This definitely puts me behind. Mr. Bitter was talking about in the cast. How like it's just 400 minerals for Nexus. Yeah, but there's also all this lost mining time. So even though I did lose a lot of stuff, I mean look at the supply, I'm behind supply. That's never good, CvP. Did kill Nexus, so it's not absolutely terrible. It's definitely bad. It's not like game ending. Then out the Phoenix, and at this point in the game you're kind of just looking to take a macro hatch and take a fourth. I think 5 hatches off of 4 base is definitely where you want to be, CvP. If you're kind of going for the Stefano style mass Ling Roach with a few Infestor and much later Corruptors thrown in there, then you can go for like 6 hatch off 4 base, but I'm thinking just 1 macro hatch off 3 base and carry it into 4th will work out just fine. So it's kind of the point in the game where you look at the supplies and say, oh, something bad happened to Zerg. Yeah. At this point in the game, Zerg wants
Yeah.
to be like 20, 30, if not maxed,
Yeah,
when Protoss is getting
right.
160 supply. But the good news is I am way ahead on upgrades, or I will be once 2-2 finishes. He's only got 1-1. He actually has to either choose to delay his push for +2, or wait, which gives me more time to max out. Spines are delayed, but that's just the product of not having enough supply. And when engaging this kind of, when engaging the 3-base Colossus push, yeah, you definitely want to get his whole army fungled if possible. What he should have done is pulled back the Colossus and preemptively force fielded. His force fields were a little bit late, and I managed to kill the Colossus. So in the production tab, a lot of roachling to follow up. Fall back to spines, and you can hold it. In the main, he does some Warp Prism Harass. The key here is when dealing with Warp Prism Harass, don't pull everything back. I should have carried with the Queen. It does a lot of energy, could have been used to transfuse. I end up saving the Hive anyways, so it's not that big of a deal.
Wow, I can't believe he saved it, given... Oh, he didn't
Yeah,
get
but,
full
they-
surround on that. That's good.
Yeah,
There
but
we
the big
go.
thing is, he was also trying to poke at the 4th. Never pull your whole army back to kill like a Warpin. Only pull a little bit back.
Did you
Like,
actually pull any
bullet-
back, or you just rallied there?
I pulled like a handful of roachling,
Okay.
but then the others stayed there to defend his poke. Something else really sloppy happens. My Overlord spread, after you kill the Phoenixes, so right now, immediately after you kill the Phoenixes, I should have been Overlord spreading. I could have spotted the Warp Prism much sooner, but in this case I don't even spot it when it gets right next to my Greater Spire. This is just, again, sloppy. Luckily I managed to get out like 6 broods, which managed with the spine wall, we'll manage to hold off any push from Protoss. So I
man,
just start
it's
double
just-
spire natural.
Just out of your range of your patrol there. That's crazy. Okay.
So that's a mistake. I also should have, I think I have 1 Corruptor still on the map. I should use that to kill the Warp Prism, or at least shove it away. But in this case, I'm feigning pressure. I don't want him to get too comfortable. I definitely don't want to engage. I mean, 5 broods is not enough to push with. I kind of like the Demaga style of Turtle, like getting mass economy, while just harassing with roachling, but keeping your broodlords, and infestors over like a spinecrawler wall, while your roachling can be out on the map harassing, doing all this cool stuff.
Right.
And then wait till you get like 20 broodlords to move out. So this was also another missed opportunity. I didn't expect him to pull his whole army back. If he had, I could have just run in and sniped the 4th, but I expected him to only pull like a handful of stalkers back to kill the roaches down to his 5th. That's just a missed opportunity. It's not that big of a deal.
I see. Right. You got a few in, but yeah, they didn't. They didn't really do anything here.
But yeah, I was just trying to basically throw away supply, because instantly with Greater Spire finished 8 broodlords, and I'm going to need those to fend off this push. You can always delay with counterattacks with roachling. Either he has to give up base and attack you, or he has to pull back.
Right. I mean, at this point, it's still going to come down to the mothership engagement, as
But
always, right?
Yep, not as much as you might think. I end up
Okay.
killing 2 Archons immediately. I
that's
think 3
nice.
Archons still managed to get in. 3 Archons managed to get in, but in order to counteract it, I throw in a bunch of Infested Terrans. Infested Terrans will actually, and Roaches. So Infested Terrans and Roaches will actually push the Archons off of the Broodlords, push them away from the center of the pack,
Right.
so then they can't get that one big hit on all the Broods. Yeah, I lose a lot of Roaches, but who cares? They're Roaches. You don't want them anyways. I make a handful of links because I'm worried about like a follow-up with like 15 more base warping in. But since they're not wasted, but they're kind of like wasted supply right now. Use them to harass while getting more broods. And you have a push timing. Whenever you crush a Protoss force, you always have a push timing. But keep in mind, Protoss could be remaxing off of Stargates, so keep extra corruptors handy. I'm building a lot right now. He sends in a run by, don't pull everything back, only pull enough back to deal with it. And yeah, push before kill it.
So after that battle, what do you reload with? You know, do you reloading purely with corruptors to build even more broods, or are you reloading with a quick Ling reload to counterattack?
Initially, I did a fast Ling reload. The choice was because I already had a handful of roaches. I already had 15 roaches left over from the fight. And Lings are great versus Blink Stalkers with fungal support,
Right.
especially with Spine Food. I was worried about some kind of attack from him because he did kill a lot of my broods. I had to remax with lots of corruptors in the making, then obviously making more broods. But after you do make those like emergency Ling Roach, then you can kind of get ready to push. Make that 10 extra corruptors, get them into broods, and just get ready to push. But definitely, I'd say be safe. Unless you have a huge spine wall, when you trade, I at least build like some harassing units to go run out across the map to land any kind of follow-up pushes you may do.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, is it fair to say that you always have to have some supply on Lings because of because of Warp Prism drops and or it's like Zealot Warpins just around the map. Given that your broodlords are so immobile.
Yeah. I'd say until you get to the super late game. I mean, imagine if all my bases were mined out, and like we were just basically just fighting over the center. There'd basically be two places where it could send Warp Prisms, up the top or down in the bottom. So in that case, you could just leave Spine Spore, kind of like Spine Spore walls, to prevent any kind of Warp Prisms from passing by.
Right.
And then of course control the middle with your Broodlord, Corruptor, Investor army. Or in which case, or you can take that route, or you can just spine and spore up each base, then be fine that way.
Right. Okay, I see. Okay, that's good replay to start out with. I think actually one of yours sort of is kind of similar to it, so it'll be cool to see kind of the differences or between the two. But actually, let me update the viewers on what's going on before we continue. So yeah, guys, I was expecting to see Suppy here. Suppy couldn't make it last minute, so we're having vVvGlon kind of replace him. So big thanks to Glon for coming in kind of on such short notice. And we're also still doing our Razor giveaway, by the way. I didn't even mention that in the opening, but even if I did, you guys wouldn't have heard it anyways, probably. But yeah, so we're doing the Razor giveaway. We're doing the giveaway of this Goliathus mouse pad and T-shirt here. And what we're gonna do, we were originally gonna do a trivia question, but I never got a chance to ask these guys. Well, I guess I could just. Can I come up with a good trivia question right now? Forget it. Well, we'll kind of go back to the nicknames that we did before. Guys, like whoever comes up with the most creative, I guess, nickname for either vVvGlon or wWSortOf, will win this mouse pad. And the way you do it is you tweet me, twitter.com/ChanmanV, or you message me on Facebook, facebook.com/ChanmanTV, like these nicknames. And then at the end of the show, we'll kind of go through them with these guys, and then whoever has the most, whoever they think is the best one will win the mouse pad. All right, let's go on to replay number 2 here. Which one should we do?
Up to you. Are we doing mine or Sortov's?
I'm trying to find your second one. Is it supposed to be with Bishu or?
Yep, Bishu on Metropolis. Name, what happened was really weird.
Yeah, the names
everyone was getting freaked out. Yeah, the game is Renegade. It's one of my alts, Smurfs, although not really since I stream on it.
Oh, okay.
So what happened is that for some reason, the game wouldn't let me play either ladder, create games, or join games. It says my account was locked, and then it disappeared right after the series was over. So Blizzard locked my account for an hour in the 5th game of the NASL Season 4 qualifier final.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then decided to just unlock it. I don't know. But,
all right,
yeah, it's played on my Smurf.
All right, let's load this one up then. Well, hopefully this one loads, actually. I'm not even sure. Okay, it's downloading. Okay. Yeah, let's load this one up. And I think in this one, you kind of wanted to get Sortov's opinions on some stuff. So why don't we, instead of explaining so much of it like you did last, you did a great job last replay. Why don't you kind of, pretend this is like a practice session between you two or something, and or a practice discussion, and ask away.
Alright, do we want to fast forward to 3 minutes or something like that?
Yeah, let's go to 3 minutes, and then we'll just run it on faster after that.
Yeah, but I swear I should have just went slowing all in. You'll see once you see his opening.
Slowing all in.
He goes
okay.
He goes Nexus, Gateway, Cyber, Forge.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay,
but
that's
you actually can't punish it. I've tried it. I've practiced a lot with Bishu, and he always does this opening. Like the only thing you can punish with is like a 6, between 6 and 8 ball.
Oh wow.
He also scouts late. I'm at 3
but
minutes.
that's he has to, because then he gets the extra economy, which allows him to get the gateway in time to defend any on-in. Like I've actually tried on what this is, but it doesn't work.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think a lot of people are going to start doing it. Except 6 Bull's pretty good.
Yeah, 6
sure.
is
Six.
pretty- Actually, I saw it. I saw it just now. I think when I was watching Squirtle versus.
Yep. I watched that too.
Yeah.
That's on Entombed.
It's
Metropolis
curious, right?
is a
Curious.
larger map.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, why don't we
I mean,
start
if you
this
spawn
here?
cross position, yep. I'm at 3 minutes faster times 2, or
Just faster. And
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
okay. So I scout this, and I'm kind of wondering, like, no one does this. A few people do it on Korea, but none of my North American practice partners do it. I ladder in Korea. I don't ladder in NA. Yeah, I was a little bit kind of confused. I was told after the game that I could Ling all in it, but I didn't think so. I think with just a full wall off with another pylon, you could probably get a Zealot out and be fine.
Yeah.
So I decided to macro, building the 4 Lings.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the way I deal with this build is just like I play pretty much the same as versus a Forge Expand, but you have to play a bit more safe. Get your approach worn a bit earlier, your gas a bit earlier, etc. Because the advantage I get with this build is that you get a lot earlier tech. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's not really any difference. So it's only like the Warp Gate tech or Stargate tech will come a lot earlier.
Yeah, I don't really get why more processes aren't doing this on big maps like Metropolis.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, kill the Skyrim Probe. Happy as can be. Uploads
Yeah.
poking in. I see only 2 gases, that's standard. It's not going like a fast 3 gas, Stargate, anything like that. Doing like light harassment, I mean, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Work his shields down.
Don't even put a chink in his armor.
So you get like double gas at like 6 minutes, right? Or,
I take it about 550.
yeah.
I think I might have taken a little bit sooner this game. I'm not sure because
Yeah.
I was a little bit thrown off by the gateway. I have not practiced very much versus it.
Yeah. That's good though because you need them a bit earlier because you need to get the roach worn just a little bit earlier as well. So because they can hit a really like strong timing. If they corner boost warp tech a lot, they can have like corner boost or warp tech done at like 6:20. So
Oh, right at 6. Didn't take it earlier, but
Yeah.
yeah, I end up okay. He doesn't do any kind of crazy 7-gate stop building probes at like 38 or whatever. Instead he goes for 4 gates, but I scout it. Craft the Overlord.
Yep.
And this is kind of weird. He chooses to tech after throwing down a 4 gates. And this definitely confused me. He ends up throwing down a robo facility right after I scout it. Which I guess is okay. I also find it kind of weird that he builds 4 gates, but he doesn't even have a probe on the map.
yeah, I guess it's just to get up like an infrastructure in order to be able to take his third. I guess.
He doesn't do that either. He like waits. His build order is really, really weird here.
Just playing mind games with you, I think.
Yeah, probably.
This is the last game, right? So,
Yeah, this
at
is
that
game
point,
5.
yeah, at this
Yeah.
point, it's like a lot of mind games.
Or maybe he just forgot the robo. I don't know.
He's building it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also gets blocked pretty badly. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up building a few units because I saw the 4 warp gates, and I was afraid he might have snuck a probe on the map. I
Yeah.
thought I caught everything, but just in case, I mean,
Yeah.
it's game 5. It would look pretty silly if you just suddenly warped in 4 zealots and I had nothing.
Yeah.
So I did build a few units, and then this is kind of the point where I continue to build units, and I think that might be a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, you definitely need to drone. You need to get
Yeah.
your third up and running, and you're
There we go.
saturated on both your bases.
So do you think I should have built these 5 roaches, which are actually right outside the net, or should I have just kind of risk a bit and not built?
Well, on this map, you can actually just drone and be perfectly safe without putting units if you have good overlord position. Like, I always put one overlord close to my ramp, and then one in the middle, like at the high ground, between the 2 lanes, and then one at the other mains high ground. That way you always see if any probe comes to your half of the map.
Oh, that's a good point.
And also if you have the towers, you know that there's no probe. And also I always use a serving to check all the dark areas on my side of the map. Like we're doing now.
Yeah,
And
there's a
it's
lot of high
actually-
ground on those maps. You have to put overlords everywhere, actually.
Yeah.
Like, look what he's doing. So he gets out the War Prism and the 8 gates, but
Yeah.
he doesn't. Like, I expect this to come. Every single game the Series B shoe is all on me, and I confirm by killing the probe and scanning the Nexus.
Yeah.
So I know something big's coming. So I'm just roach pumping, but I only have 50 workers. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Definitely should have droned more earlier.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I'm also completely safe versus this.
Yeah, but also at this point, because you're so low on drones, he doesn't really need to do damage. He can just like go home because you don't really have a big economy. So
Yep, which is just what he does.
yeah,
Backing off here. And then goes home.
yeah,
Yep.
And yeah, as soon as this got the Nexus, I just go pressure while droning.
yeah,
Trying to catch up. She got blocked. Oh, actually, oh, okay, I remember what I was doing. So in this game, I thought because he went, because he skipped all forms of attack besides Robo, I didn't expect him to have more than like one immortal, so I tried to do some extra pressure. So I just got, pump out a few extra units.
yeah,
I don't think I should have done that. I mean, I made 20 extra links. That could have been 10 drones. That would actually put me in a decent spot, like at 65 instead of 50.
yeah. Yeah, that would have been a lot better. But like what you should have done is like took the units you had and just fake pressure, like just like poke at this building instead of fronts. That's stuff like that.
Yeah.
Look at my main. I got a mini heart attack when this happened.
Oh yeah,
Oh man. Yeah.
It's okay. He stops paying attention now, so he kind of screws up.
Well, not to
He
mention.
also uses
Yeah.
warpins at home.
Yeah. That's the main thing.
focus
He had to warp in
sentries.
at home, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
I think I was kind of right not to engage here. I mean, he has enough force fields and immortal.
yep,
And I couldn't have engaged. I ended up running these 3 roaches in and out, just sloppy. But deflect the War Prism, I actually end up killing 2 sentries.
yeah. When
One
doing
sentry.
pressure like this, you always want to split up your army, unless you think you can actually just straight up like beat this army. You always have to have them split up. So like one poking at the natural front and one poking at the third. But
I'm
like
sort of doing that. I have 3 roaches in the main sniping probes.
Yeah. I guess more like 50-50, like half your army at the natural and poking and half at the third. But yeah, at this point you're kind of far behind because you pretty much need to have infestors out already and have your fort already out pretty much, or at least close to being done.
On the other hand, I do have 70 drones. That's not a terrible spot.
Yeah, but they're a bit late though, so you're still kind of far behind. But because he already has Colossus Tech and he's getting close to his like ball that he wants to have, doing a 3-base push. So
yeah, I think if anything, what made it sort of close was sniping like 10 probes in the main. That helped
yeah,
a lot.
that's good.
Your
It's got the
fourth's,
War
your
Prism.
fourth's just going down now too, so probably
Yeah.
could have been a little earlier too.
Yeah, I think I stacked up like 1k minerals here.
That dang War Prism.
Yeah, to deal with that, I just throw down a couple spines in the main and leave like, I think 10 links there. Yeah, that type of thing. Yeah, starting high, Vetrica Inspire. I scout the Colossus Tech, so I know it's coming.
Yeah,
And he did this a couple games ago on Club Kingdom.
yeah,
So at this
But,
point,
on
you're,
that-
you at this point you're just buying time until Broodlords. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in like a terrible spot. I'm like 185 supplied to 155. I have better upgrades, well, even upgrades.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I could be ahead here, but instead I think I'm more like even.
Yeah. You want to have like right now, you want to have like or like 6-7 crafters out on the map with your army and your investors, and you want to like take a fight in the middle of the map and snipe off his colossi and then like pull back to your spines pretty much.
Well, I sort of do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
When look, I mean, he just has so many sentries at this point. I mean, he has like how many? Like 9 sentries, and they come to good use. I actually almost get a full surround in the middle of the map, and Fungos' whole army, but I don't think I have enough corruptors. I end up ending up with like 7. I think I need more like 10 to 12.
Okay.
3 Colossus, 4th on the way.
Right. I think your point sort of is just to really reduce the Colossi count. It really backs his timing out like by a lot, right? So.
Yeah, just like try to fungal the sentries and kill the colossi. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually felt really good with this engagement. I get a lot of stuff in the fungal, but he has good force fields.
Yeah.
And he's attacking right as I max. Like, I felt really good about this in the game, but apparently not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had really good force fields. So.
And snipes off.
Yeah, and you didn't really have a lot of energy on your infestors either. They were kind of like. Yeah, like not even enough for 2 fungals in every infestor, which is a bit too little.
Mm-hmm. Do you think I should have engaged at the spine wall? Like, I think it was better to, and here he's kind of pushing in. I try to bait out the force fields.
Yeah.
Get him.
Yeah, it's a tough spot.
And I
right
can't
there.
engage there.
At this point, it's really hard because he has colossi and force field, and he has a really good position right here. So. I guess you need to get off the colossi like out on the map, then you can just like camp behind the spines with fungal.
Yep.
And also you don't have enough drones to remax either, so
yeah, 63 rough spot.
Basically, we're too far behind from the beginning of the game.
It was actually a really close fight. I mean, obviously, it just kind of landslides at the very end of that fight, but.
Yeah,
you were
didn't
really close. Yeah, I mean, just like you said, a little bit more energy on the infestors or a few more corruptors, I think, would have actually swung it pretty
Yeah,
huge.
that comes from early game drones.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't really do any mistakes in the mid-late game. It's just like you were too far behind in the beginning.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, let's look at your replays. Got White Raw and Runa.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we go through the Runa one?
Okay.
And this one's the one that's kind of similar to your first one, Glon.
No, that's the White Raw game, I think.
Was it? I
Yeah.
thought this one was actually because it.
Or maybe this was.
Yeah, I think it's this one because this one gets the Brood Lords. I don't think the other one does.
Yeah, they both do, I think. So.
Yeah. Okay, why don't we
What's
go?
up? Go to 3.
Yeah, go to 3.
So we're doing the.
The Runa one.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you hatched first for some reason. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I actually do that sometimes just because a lot of purposes do like blind nexus first and don't scouts.
In this case, he goes blind Nexus Gateway.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the series, I think Bishu did a good job of this. He switched up his builds like a lot. Sometimes he went Forge first. Sometimes he went Nexus Gateway.
Yeah.
Sometimes he scouted early. Sometimes he didn't. So I think he did a good job of mixing up scouting.
Is it? I mean, the question I have is it really worth that risk though? Is it really worth going hatch first?
Well, I guess it depends on the map. Like you can actually defend cannon rushes with a hatch first, but it really depends on the map and on like how you can control your drones.
Right.
On here you can. Like on here, this is actually a good map to hatch first. Takes a long time for the probe to get across the map, and it's only really one place so they can wall in a cannon right beside the ramp.
That's
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
That's true. Yeah, right there. Gotcha.
Yeah, like behind the minerals, there's like no place unless someone throw around 4 pylons, and that's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of space
Some money for
between
that.
it. Okay. Why don't we? Let's see. Why don't we go 2x for a little bit? I might actually ask you to pause it a couple times here. Here you go. 3, 2, 1, go. And again, it's Glon. Because I got a chance to look at these replays. I didn't get a chance to look at yours beforehand, so excuse me for the difference there.
Yeah, I think you messaged me at like 3:58 or something like
yeah,
that.
that's when we found out. So okay, so sort of, why don't you talk to us a little bit about your opening, kind of how it differs, maybe.
Yeah, like the opening is pretty much the same. I think like the 3 hatch double gas at around 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. Then I just go off from there, like depending on how the game looks. But I usually just open up with some roaching, either aggression or just to defend any all in.
Yeah.
And after that, yep. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he's doing that kind of like, old school 1 zealot 2 stalker type of pressure, right? All from 1 gateway.
Yeah.
Kind of tell us, what do you do there? I mean, it looks like you're building lings at, like, how many lings do you build at this point?
Like between 8 to 10.
Yes.
A little bit more because we're 2 cells, but with the queen I can always keep up the stalker. And, like, yeah, so at this point I'm just fine. So I just go back to droning.
Yeah, he actually deals with that beautifully. When I play this, I sometimes make the mistake of leaving the queen at home. You definitely have to pull the natural queen. Since the range buff, you can actually like fight the stalker. Stalker can't just kite you all day.
Right.
And of course, if stalker ever goes into the kill, you have lings to surround.
Yeah.
I like how you're pressuring a little bit here, just to see if you can get in the base, right? Maybe just to get some scouting.
Yeah.
Waste force field.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, so just droning.
Yeah. At this point, I'm only really looking like if he's gonna get a third or not.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not doing. I thought he's getting his gases and like the natural 3 gas. There's not any 6 gates. That's like the only really timing I'm looking for in the early game. If he's doing like a 6, 7, 8 gate lane of 2 gas. Anything else I can defend with my normal build, so I don't need to scout for anything else pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to ask that because the normal like scout time in 6:30, 7 minutes, but you don't scout at all.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, like the only thing I'm looking for in the early game with support us is like the 6 gate timing, and that I can see if the gas timing is if he's making folks or not. On this map it's really hard to get a good scout though, but I saw the gas, so I wasn't too worried, and I saw it was attacking the rocks.
So talk to me about the unit pump you had at 60 drones, and then you probably had about 1 round or 2 rounds of larva where you pumped units, and then you filled in the drones.
Yeah, those were just like pretty much safety units, like in case there's a big 2 base all in.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then when I identified that I was getting a third, I just went back to flanking those.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And still, you're looks like you're still setting up some type of
yeah, just some
roach
aggression
attack,
because
right?
I don't like to just let the Protoss feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make him like that he's under pressure, so we can't like just take up how greedy as he wants to, because then his timing gets really, really good.
Right. So here's that 2-prong attack here.
Yeah.
And all right. So pause it here.
Yeah, beautifully done.
Pause it real quick. And I think this scenario, like this happens to, I think a lot of Zergs, right, are in this scenario where it's like, okay, you can 2-prong attack the Protoss, right? And I guess my question is obviously like what you did here was like the best case scenario where you snipe the third and you still get away with like the majority of your units.
Yeah.
What's the minimal amount of damage you need to do, or what? I mean, you have to take units from this battle, right? You can't just lose all your units and then just like sack their third. That's actually really bad, right?
Yeah, exactly. It depends. Like if you don't lose any units, then you don't have to do any damage at all. You just have to be like outside his space, like, making him feel scared.
Okay.
But so I guess like the trade-off, like if you lose units, you need to kill something. You can't just like lose them for nothing, pretty much.
Right. So
I
how
kind
much?
of feel like he deals with this poorly too. Like he has no cannons at third. That's sloppy. He also has no gateway wall at all.
Yeah.
That's just sloppy. He also has 1K minerals. Well, he had less before, but he definitely had money for it, which I think is his mistake more than anything. He was still floating a lot of gas.
Okay, I see. So as long as you just pressured him a little bit and not even killed the third or anything like that, it's kind of still mission accomplished for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Start back up. 3, 2, 1, go.
Are we gonna slow down or are we still going X2?
Let's just stay at 2x.
Okay.
We'll slow it down midway.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're transitioning straight into Infestor and Spine Wall, kind of that kind of stage in the game.
Yeah, and because I sniped his third, I know that his previous 3 phase timing will be a lot later, so I have more time to like drone up and get my hive going and Spire and so on.
It's like the best case scenario for Zerg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That pressure, that pressure also allows you to get that fourth down and saturated too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that
Like
was really
behind the pressure, I'm not doing anything but attacking and droning pretty much. So.
gotcha.
Yeah, this is beautiful. You're at like 85 drones.
Mm-hmm.
It's right where we want to be to throw down mass spine, which should be doing pretty soon, right? I mean,
He's
you
already
have-
kind of got.
you already have a settled bank. I mean, that's not going to stand up to, well, with the investors it will.
Right.
Yeah, like I like to rely more on units than on spines.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll
Yeah, like
always.
Suppy, King of Spines.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we slow it down to just faster right now?
Okay.
So what do you think of that? Like, what do you think of Suppy's style where he builds probably twice as many spines as you, and then he just
Yeah.
constantly sends like, probably 2 rounds of lings out to just harass while he's slowly building that Broodlord army?
Well, I don't like it because like I feel it's too hard to like you lose too much mobility, and also it's hard to defend big all-ins because you're like if they get like Colossus and get in good position, they give spines pretty well. But also like you saw that if you saw the games from Assembly last game versus Hero,
Mm-hmm.
he kind of got like he was forced to being so passive, and Hero just like took advantage of that and got, like a lot of Stargates and started getting Stargate switches, and like he was forced to play passive for so long that Hero just like had a much bigger bank and much more like ability to switch between units.
Right.
I feel like that style works if Protoss makes mistakes. Because like if you can actually do damage, like almost like with like your Roachling, you end up doing damage because the Protoss didn't defend like that well. It's also beautifully executed, but I feel like Suppy style with lots of the Lingworm buys. If the Lingworm buys don't do anything, Protoss just defends them beautifully.
Right.
You can actually be way far ahead. Grab extra bases, get the extra tech, get the bank off, then trade with you mid-map, remax way faster, and go kill you.
Yeah.
Now, this Protoss has actually thrown out a lot of gateways.
Yeah.
And at this point, I feel like it's a little bit preemptive. Well, maybe not. How many cases do we have? Because he's not maxed.
All right,
Has 15 warp gates.
let's talk about the Blinken and sniping basically your key buildings.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that was
uh,
definitely worth it for him because he only sacrificed what, like 10 stalkers there, something like that.
Yeah, maybe, but I was still max, so I still wanted to trade off these units that I have.
Mhm.
So it wasn't too bad for me because I can still go on pressure because he lost so much that I know that he won't have enough to like not me being able to attack. Like sometimes Protoss get such a big army that you know like okay I can't attack this with roaches and servings. I need to have like only Broodlord and Infestor.
Mm-hmm.
But since he wasted all these units, I know that I can use my Broodling or Broodlord Roachling Infestor army to actually put on pressure.
I see. Yeah, I mean the Broodlords are so slow that your spawn pool and your spire would be built by the time it gets across the map. So
Yeah.
Oh, you throw
Okay.
detection.
Free Colossi.
Oh.
3 Colossi there.
Wait,
Oh.
what time are you at?
I'm at
19.
1845.
Oh, a little bit.
I'm at 1910.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm at
I'll speed up a
19.
little bit. I'll speed up.
Pause at 1910 when you get there.
Okay. Oh man, we just missed the vortex too. Okay. Okay, I'm
Big
ready whenever
vortex.
you guys are.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
So yeah, that's just painful. You have no detection, and as well, he also gets the vortex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. But
I'm not.
luckily you have a huge bank, so it's not terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bad. It's not like game ending.
Yeah.
So what do you think on this map about getting earlier drop and taking the islands really fast? I think like different versions have islands, different versions don't. Like on versions that do actually have mineral islands, what do you think about getting that like right about now, taking the island as a 6 base?
I don't know. I don't really like to get drop source for us in the late game. I don't feel like there's too much work because they can just like work with myself. Getting drops only for the expansion stuff would be too worth it to me. I don't know. I haven't tried it. So I don't know. But I don't think it's
You get
good.
the money, so
What
yeah, in
prompted
this case.
what prompted you to
Okay.
build so many Roach and Lings?
Those are just from the early game.
Oh, those are the same ones. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
here I
it's
just want
Yeah, you
Trade
get
them
so
off.
much damage here. I mean, it's
yeah.
And Bruno's just kind of like was sitting in the middle of the map while that was happening.
Yeah, he
Not
was
good.
sniping a few Broodlords that were like second behind when I got back. That's my attack. So,
you're gonna get you got his Templar archive and you're gonna get his robotics
Yeah.
bay here. So it's like you kill my greater spar in my pool, I'm gonna kill those too.
So at this point, I just have a lot bigger bank.
Mhm.
But I'm kind of gas starved, but that's okay because I'm making 15 blue darts.
Yeah.
You're killing the war prisms very well. I mean, wasting, or not wasting, using like 100 investor energy to kill war
And here we
prisms.
kind of miss micros a bit.
Yeah, couldn't attack into that.
Yeah.
So at this point, are you worried about like a mass air switch?
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like, do you get overload speed and just send in a couple of sacrificial overlords and top and bottom try to scout mass target? Or
Yeah, I usually try to do that. But this game I got in the run buys at every expansion, so I already knew exactly what was going on. But I usually just like sacrifice 1 or 2 overseers with overload speed, just to try to figure out what he's doing next switch. Because if you don't scout, it can pretty much kill you straight up.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, if he had chosen to, like, if you hadn't scouted and he had that, if you'd remaxed on Mass Broodlord, I mean, you have 5 Corruptors, you kind of just die.
I mean, yeah, there's like nothing you can do, really, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like it just snowballs on you because you have to like have the army standing to deal with it. You can like have a reinforcing army, deal with carriers and your base.
And yeah, this also has maps pretty good for Zerg. This push, you can hover overlords all over the high ground.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
It's a great place to avoid vortexes. It's like the opposite of Tomb Valley.
Yeah.
Do you have Neural? Yeah, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
So your Infestor got pretty close there. He's giving you like so many opportunities to Neural him. I don't know. Like, I feel like lots of Infestors that ran up to Fungal, you could have just used to Neural the Mothership and Vortex's army to win the game. But you're probably gonna do that here anyways.
Yeah, I mean, your Broodlords are spread out really well, too, so there's no way that Vortex is going to get that much.
It's actually a decent engagement for him. Like, he's gonna lose, but it could have been much worse.
Yeah.
He does have them banked to remax, so...
I'm just kind of gas starved at this point, so
So why do you build these 100 things here? You're not gas starved, you had the gas.
yeah. It's just like I kill up all the Colossi. So like he has no AoE to actually deal with Cernus, and 3-3 cracking actually is like one of the best units in the game.
Wow, that's
yeah.
When there's no AoE.
This is a long battle, wow. the Vortex actually saved your Corruptors.
Yeah, you're looking great here. 2-2 Inspires running.
Yep.
Looking good.
Taking those outer bases, he's pretty much... Yeah, he's pretty much pinned right now to his base.
Yeah.
Oh, watching this makes me want to go practice. No, I can't go to MLG, so I've been a bit lax about that as of lately. The wedding.
No, I mean, the thing I like most about this replay is like, you can... The stages in the game are very definitive, you know what I mean? Like, you can almost just like, okay, this block, you know, he's harassing because of this, you know, and you know, taking this forth and saturating it, and which leads straight into this fine infestor, you know, transition, and it's, you know, it's very easy to see how the game plays out. So
Only thing I'll be slightly missing is creep spread along in the middle and left side, but I mean you're already ahead enough, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
that's a good point, though. You only have one creep spreading queen the whole time, right?
I don't even have a creep spreading
You
queen.
just have a tumor.
Yeah, a tumor. You can track it back
Add
to the natural.
Yeah,
But you definitely have energy, but the tumor and natural queen.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the only thing, but this is a beautifully played game.
Alright.
And we're about to see GG,
Yep.
hopefully.
Not much you can do against those brute things at this point.
And this is also the point, like, just like map-wise, where if Zerg gets in the middle between all your bases, it's rough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's doing the right thing. He's sending, he's warping in zealots, like, and to kind of backstab, but it's just way too late at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even once you get that one extra money base as Zerg, it should feel pretty good.
Right.
The extra gases help a lot.
All right,
Yeah.
let's
Like
fast.
still with the move commanded zealots.
Okay, I think
Yeah, I mean,
this,
the game's about to end.
yeah,
so.
this I think this game's ends. We can just fast forward to the end.
Yeah.
Go 8x here. Not sure why he hasn't GG'd yet.
He's hoping to catch everything in a vortex, which
Exactly.
actually, if his mothership was there, he could have vortexed all the infestors and broodlords, which might have.
I still
Ooh,
don't
you
think
actually
it-
get dinner off.
I still don't think it would have killed all of it though. He's only got what 24 stalker. Oh, he's got some Templars now. Yeah. That's true.
Nice. And I don't know what he's saying.
What's he saying? Sort of.
He said that his mothership was fucked up.
Wow. All that in only 4 words? Man, that's cool. Alright, guys. Good stuff, good stuff. Good replay. So we got one replay left, but again, before we do that, I kind of want to update everybody. What we're doing is going through ZvP with wWSortOf and vVvGlon. And we've gone through 3 replays. We're going to have one more left. It's going to be Sortov's replay. And then afterwards, we're going to be doing Q&A. You guys can add me on Skype. We might have to add you on Skype, actually. You started it. We'll figure it out. So add me on Skype. It's ChanmanV. My Skype ID is ChanmanV, and we'll pull you into the call. And also, we're doing a giveaway, guys, for this Razer mouse pad. So this one right here. And the way you enter it is you tweet me or you Facebook me a creative nickname for Sortov or Glon. And nickname is like, Obama Toss or, that sort of thing. So yeah, anybody, the most creative one will win, and we'll have these guys vote on who they think is the most creative at the end of the show. And my Twitter is here. I'll just type in the Twitter stuff in the chat so you guys will see it. It's this and it's this. While I'm doing that, why don't we load up the last replay, guys? Sound good?
Okay.
So 3 minutes, faster times 2.
We'll just do faster. We still got some time, so we're blowing through
Sounds
things.
good.
That adrenaline rush from like having to having to get all this stuff together. Kind of fast forwarded things here. Okay, good old White Raw. Okay, so we'll go to 2 minutes, and then what do you think about this map?
2 minutes or 3 minutes?
We can do 3 minutes, that's fine.
Well, this map, I don't know, it's okay. I guess it kind of really depends on the build that the Protoss do. It's really hard to defend
Mm-hmm.
2 base all-ins, and also it's really hard to pressure 3 base Protoss. So it's okay for Protoss, but once it gets to the late game, there are a lot of high grounds to use blue dogs and stuff, but it's also pretty, easy to do counterattacks and stuff, so it's... I don't know, it's okay. It's not too bad, but could be better.
Right.
I feel like this is one of the maps where Protoss dictates the game. As Zerg, you cannot dictate the game. I mean, mutas are not great in this map. Not a great option. It's basically 2 places to harass, natural in the 3rd. As well, I mean, Protoss can do a 2-base all-in, or they can grab a fast 3rd, in which case you can't pressure it. Pushing up ramps, it's not a good sign. Yeah,
Right.
basically what you said.
Okay, great. Okay, here we go. Let's start this up. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, it's funny. This map I felt like started out to be... a lot of Zergs really like this map in the beginning. It's just then slowly this map's not so Zerg friendly after all.
Yeah, I don't know, I didn't really play it much in the beginning. I've always had this okay feeling with it, it's not too good, but it could be worse.
Right.
Mm-hmm. One thing I really like from Protoss is that, actually what Bishu did, is that when he's doing his 3-base push or pressure, he doesn't go from the top, he goes from the bottom, and takes a tower. So if you are relying on spines to help you defend the push, and he also warps into 5 sentries at home to help force field anything. So when you're trying to defend the bush with spines, you don't know whether he's going to go for your natural or for your 4th. I feel like that's something that's pretty good for Protoss. Because if they do push from the top, you know where they're going to hit or pressure, anything like that.
I always put a bunch of spine above the rocks though, like above the ramp, like 4 or 5 spines, something like that. Just to delay pretty much, so I can like reposition my army a little bit.
Yeah, that cannon's got a lot of range there. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize it had that much range. Alright, so keeping an eye on his gas. I think you can see that, right? With the vision there, yep.
Yeah, that over position is really nice on this map because it sees both the third and the gases, and also he can't see it from either low ground or from his main with the gases. So it's actually really good.
Yeah, you don't scout ZvP except for the gas diamonds.
Yeah. I mean, all I do with my natural overload is keep check on his nexus if he keeps giving probes or not. So I'm just looking for the like if he's like cutting probes or something like that. Or if he stops making probes completely.
She has off the natural, but not the main. There he goes.
Yeah.
I like that top overlord too. It's a very popular spot for a pylon.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Alright, just droning.
Yeah.
Yep, and the Zealot Stalker combo going to arrive. They'll like 6 lanes, something around there. Use queens, kill it. Fun stuff.
Yeah. One zealot could be kited all day by Mother Queen there. Oh, got one though.
Looks like he's about to double Stargate, maybe.
Quite wrong. You never know.
He does like the 4 gateway pressure with the Stargate.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, this is a pretty good, you know, a pretty good timing. Like, I know a lot of, I'm sure some low level Zergs have problems with this build, so it'd be good to talk about the way to defend it.
Like Butch Queen and a Spore, and they're fine.
Do you build another round of queens, or
I take
like an extra 1.
just one?
like
That's it?
2 more when you see the when you identify that there's a Stargate coming.
Okay.
Then you don't really need more. Unless you like don't have spores. I mean.
And speaking of that Overlord,
Nicely
he
positioned.
moves it, but you can still see it. I think you can still see it, yeah, you can still see it. So at this point, you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Turn this fine. I like it. Go in the probe.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll take a little bit of damage from this, but nothing too major. I would just for a little bit late, but I'm still okay. I should have just like ran around, tried to delay him here, and tried to snipe the pylon. With the settings, I think would have been a good idea.
Yeah, this is kind of weird by him. He actually does see the pressure without the Void Ray.
Yeah,
By the way, I've actually never seen this. You focus the Stalker with the spine. That's good. It's impressive.
Look how, and the viewers, look how he's hold positioning the drones. It's, you know, a lot of people just attack move with their drones and then get their drones killed, but hold positioning kind of like force fields them, basically.
So here, at this point, like this is when you get to like a crossroad and you're playing with a Stargate. But you want to know either they're taking a fast third or they're going fast Colossi after the Stargate. And here I see the fast third with my Overlord. So what I do is just I go for a like roachling pressure on the third, deny it. Because if they take it this early, like you see, he has 1 sentry right now and nothing else that won't take it. So if they take a third this early after the Stargate, they can't really defend it. So if you just do like some light roachling pressure
I
on
see.
the third, it just dies pretty much.
Yeah, I like how you were already sending like a few units before, you know, like a lot of people just wait to hold off the attack and then counterattack, but you already had 5 roaches on the way there before you even cleaned up what was at home.
Yeah, exactly. You send it as fast as you can because he doesn't have anything to actually defend it.
Yeah.
Do you always delay your evolution chamber so much? Because like just 30 seconds ago, your evolution chamber finished.
No, it was a bit late.
It's a little late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a bit late.
But yeah, this counterattack's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And behind him just droning and attacking too much. I should have cleared up the pylon a lot earlier. That's a mistake, but that's still okay.
Yeah, 2 base Stargate. No Colossi is not good. Definitely not good position for Protoss here. And then you can just go home. Are you gonna? Oh, you're actually pressure. Okay.
I just
Oh,
put
why
it
not?
front
Actually, yeah.
to see what he has. Get the sniper sentry.
That's good.
Plus, you said you continue building areas. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a bit weird.
Oh,
I
I
should be
can
sniping
your
scans.
queen. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's doing quite a bit of damage here with it, but again, he has nothing to defend your
Yeah. Well,
ground
like,
attack.
he's only
Yes.
killed one queen
Force fields.
in a few rounds, so it's not too bad. I don't know. I should have defended this a lot better.
Yeah, I think you just had a late spore. You got greedy. You didn't build the spore.
Yeah.
It's just having one off the spore that would have been completely
Yeah.
deflected it.
But I'm still okay. So.
I mean, you're still way far ahead. Unless he actually snipes the third, then
Yeah.
it might be a little bit bad, but you're still fine.
Yeah.
Doing the all queen bull. Go, perfectly held.
Yep.
Focusing the lifting Phoenix. Not fun.
So at this point, I'm just gonna like try to take a fourth and take up the hive. Pretty much. Because he has no possibility of pressuring me. Because his army is like really small, and he invested so much into his targets.
Right.
So I'm still trying to see if I can pressure his third somehow, but I'm not trying to looking to commit to anything. I just want to see if there's any possibility to pressure it.
Yeah, Spire's good in case of Colossus.
Yep. It's the only thing that's
this
gonna...
Overlord, dude. Dude, this Overlord's so well positioned.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I'm gonna steal this. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
It's really nice.
And you can safely get him out of there too. I mean, there's the little chasm right below too. So
Yeah.
so good. Just wasting Phoenix energy.
I suppose in this case, he has nothing really else to spend it on, except for if he does like a big push to lift all the investors.
Yeah, that's not the only thing. You might as well have it though.
Yeah, so at this point, I'm pretty much like, I'm doubling the supply without going mass roach. So I'm not doubling.
It's bad for
Positive.
Protoss.
Yeah.
What is? Sorry?
Like, I'm so far ahead in supply, and I'm not doing mass roach.
Oh yeah.
Really bad for the purpose.
I just played a tournament, and right after patch 1.5 came out, and roaches were one supply. I had some fun.
Yeah, yeah, I remember those days, man.
No, but it's right after patch 1.5 came out, and in some custom maps,
Yep.
roaches were one supply because it glitched.
roaches were once. There's a lot of old school things back in the mix. Like I think
Phoenix shoot.
Cardanial Amulet was back too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Reapers might have been able to be built fast too. Who knows, man?
Yep, I got 5x Reapered.
Okay, you can see what he's doing, and at this point you're like probably 4 minutes ahead of him in like normal game time. When it
Yeah.
comes to tech, I mean, it's crazy.
I feel like at this point it's kind of forced to like try to just take a fourth. I mean, any kind of 3-base all-in won't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his army is really small, so like I will probably have Broodlords before he has a decent sized army. So,
I mean, I guess the only thing that might get him back in the game is like a godly vortex, like
yeah.
insane vortex. But that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, even a Vortex at this point, yeah, I guess it would get him back in the game, but at best, I think it'd probably be even. Because he
Yeah,
could
No,
probably,
I mean like
Yeah.
I mean like 10 Brood Lords and all of the investors in the
exactly.
vortex.
Have to reload completely.
I think at this point I could just like pretty much attack his fourth and just kill everything without Broodlord, so like his army is really small, like it's not scary at all pretty much.
Yeah. Got 2-2, getting 3-3. He's got 2 zeros now. Well, he's gotta stay in that spot right there.
looking pretty ballsy here, pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One fungal and it's like over.
Yep.
Oh no. He's
I was a
going
bit
down.
too. I should have been like more forward to attack this army. I was a bit too scared of it.
I mean, they're first to be cautious. I mean, there's nothing wrong with waiting for like 10 Templars and pushing. Just gotta make sure he's not doing his white raw mass carrier type of thing.
Right. He likes
He's
the
doing the right-
carriers though. He definitely likes those carrier transitions.
Yeah. He's doing the right thing though. He's like just getting a big Colossus army and getting a mothership. So
Yeah.
I just saw something about this map. It's kind of like in ZvP. I think it heavily favors whoever gets ahead in early game. Like if Protoss gets ahead early, they can deny your fourth. They can pressure both sides and basically force you to do that like a 3-base turtle while taking fourth. But then if you get ahead early, and this happens, it's kind of how I feel about the map.
Yeah. So it favors the person in the lead.
More heavily than most maps.
Yeah.
Like really, really, really heavily.
That's just because it's the fourth baser is just so forward. It's hard to ninja one.
Bases are just so forward.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So
well,
it's
you
right
know what I
right.
mean. They're just like way out there.
Yeah.
That fourth one's extended.
and here he just like leaves his mothership out of position. So like just
Just taking
Smash it.
Oh man, that's just so bad. He doesn't have enough energy for a vortex anyway, so.
yeah.
But does he have an
Should've
observer there?
Observers.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad if he has no observer.
This thing just mana recall all your drones. Gather them all up.
Does he have an observer there? He doesn't, right?
No.
Oh gosh, that's so. Yeah, that is like the most painful thing ever.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't realize that either. Whenever you neural a mothership, then the stealth kind of, the stealth's reversed too. So
Yeah.
you don't lose a single unit during that. It's crazy.
Pretty neural mothership, you pretty much win. I mean,
Yeah. That's true.
So here he pulls me a bit out of position. I don't deal with this too well. It's a pretty good fight right here. Like I only have 10 Broodlords, not too many investors. I'm pretty like low on mana as well.
Right.
use a lot of energy. to kill my mothership.
Yeah. I waste a lot of investors right there.
Yeah, and you actually have no buffer units. They're killing before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, I
great
wasted my
fight for him,
points, so-
actually.
Yeah. But if you see my bank,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
And you still have those Russian links coming up too, so you're gonna he's gonna be left with just his robo units there.
yeah.
Not quite, but almost. No, I feel like these Roach links
Oh yeah, here
actually
comes a
counter
bunch of stock.
by time.
Yeah, he couldn't ask for more. He couldn't ask for a better engagement there.
No, I'm sure.
Creep spread's looking pretty decent. Creeping up on the left side. It's okay. It's not like the seal creep spread, but
So important.
you have nice spike.
What are your thoughts
usually
of what are your thoughts of importance of treat spread in this matchup versus like
Um,
DVT?
I don't really pay too much attention to creep spread in this matchup. I don't feel like it helps too much because your army is like mostly Broodlords anyway in the late game, so you don't really benefit too much from creep spread.
I think mostly the vision more than anything. This is just a great fight for you. He's spreading at spines with
Yeah.
Broodlord Investor.
Yeah.
Man, you're like knurling from all directions there. Nice.
GG.
GG. All right, good stuff. Neural, man, Neural needs to use a lot more against Colossi too. I know the range is better, but you can still work them in, right?
Yeah, like it just forces Protoss to have a lot more like clean micro. Like they have to target a lot more, and they have to make sure their units are always in a good position and stuff like that.
Right, exactly.
Like he left his mothership out of position for a few seconds, and I picked it up with the
Right,
neural. So
gotcha. All right, so we're gonna do some Q&A now, guys, and let me see if I can. I know one of you guys started this call because my Skype was kind of going crazy earlier too, but let me see if I can drag this guy in here. Josh Buchanan is gonna be our first caller. Does it work? Shoot. There we go. Hold on, let me switch this. Optics, the windows. Oh, you're gonna have to call him though, Rich.
Okay.
for me because I can't call whenever it's not my call.
Okay. So
So where are you?
What's your next event? Oh, sorry.
I'm leaving to IAM today. So
You're like reading my mind, Brian. Like I was about to ask. I was gonna prompt him to ask that same question.
I'm leaving in like 3 hours. So
Yeah, he's
for IAM.
literally jumping on the show and then hopping on a plane right after here. So really appreciate you coming on the show. And Josh, you there? Oh, it's busy. What?
I tried to call him.
Crazy.
Wait, I think that doesn't. Don't you have to be the leader of the call, Chairman? Because you're
Yeah, I mean, I
actually
think Rich called him for me.
Yeah, I'm calling him right now. Maybe he's turning it down because it's not you calling. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But anybody who wants to call in, add me on Skype. My Skype ID is ChanmanV. If you don't want to call in, just want to ask a question on the stream chat, just go ahead and do that too. And guys, this is kind of your last chance to enter the giveaway too. We're doing a giveaway for a Razer Goliathus Speed mousepad. And the way you enter it is come up with a creative nickname for either sort of or Glon. And tweet it to me, twitter.com/ChanmanV, or message me on Facebook, facebook.com/ChanmanTV. And
you guys.
hey Josh, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good, good. Welcome to Pro Corner.
Thank you. I have a question for sort of.
Okay, shoot.
Okay.
All right. In a recent interview with Naniwa, he was asked who he thinks the good upcoming players are, and he mentioned you sort of and Suppy. How do you feel about that?
Well, it feels pretty good because he's a very good player. So having him say that about me feels pretty good. I don't know what else to say.
All right. All right. Well, that's it, guys.
Okay, thanks Josh.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, we've known that for a long time. No, I'm kidding. We've known these two guys, or Suppian, sort of been good for a long time. That's why I think it's been really, really cool that, both of you guys are starting to finally get a lot of attention the last two months. And hopefully, Glon, you'll be right up there too soon here, man. Like,
Eventually, all I need is I'll be next EG up and comer.
yeah,
All I need is Suppy to go win a tournament.
exactly. Actually, Glon, you had a great run like a few MLGs back, right?
I've gotten top 48
Yeah.
2 MLGs in a row.
Exactly, which was
Stopped by Stefano and Choya, who actually should have been Choya.
Yeah.
Not getting into that.
Exactly. But no, that was great. I think did you get to the winners bracket, or it was the last round of losers? I can't remember.
It was second to last round of losers.
Yeah, that's right. That was a great tournament, for sure. So IEM this weekend, sort of.
Yeah.
That should be fun. Can say
Yeah, I'm
hi to
scared of.
Carmack for me, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember Carmack had a joke that he was. I remember he was on climbing the ladder, not too like maybe like the Tuesday before Home Story, and he told me he was gonna wear an MTW shirt so that a lot of folks would confuse him with the manga, since he looks a lot like the manga.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've seen those videos.
Yeah, they look alike, man. They could be brothers, man. Okay, any other questions, guys?
Disagree.
Come on, guys. You got more questions. These guys are really, really good players, and surely you have more questions. My stream chat's going nuts too. This is just one of these days, man. Yeah, if you guys don't want to call in on Skype, just go ahead and message or just type out your questions in the stream chat, and we'll ask them on here.
I think we're competing with Team Liquid's 21,000 viewers.
Yeah,
so
I know. It's not the greatest of timings,
you can't really
but
compete with that. Yeah.
but in order to have sort of on here, we can't. We have to do it at the day shows. Otherwise, it's like it's like 5 o'clock in the morning for you, which probably is not good for you.
No, especially not today because I'm gonna be heading
Yeah.
to the airport at that time. So.
So it's kind of early, right, to go to Kiev. I mean, when's the event start?
On Wednesday.
Oh, it's on Wednesday. Sorry, I thought it was on Thursday. Okay, that's pretty normal then, huh?
2 days to hang out.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. It says, in response to a recent climbing the ladder, how does either Glon or sort of feel about the rise of esports and inclusion of female gamers?
People were getting into this about NASL yesterday too.
Oh,
Lots
really?
of talk about the thread.
Oh.
It's probably just like people were freaking out about. Here, I'll open it up. Like Mr. Beater and Rotterdam made comments, but they weren't bad or anything.
About what? About
But,
female gamers?
Yeah, I think so. People were talking about it on the thread about something I said. Hold on, let me open it up.
No, I didn't quite catch that. Caught some other stuff on Reddit, but I didn't catch that.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll try to find out.
Yeah,
what's
what
going
do you
on here.
think, Rich, about females in gaming? Should there be
Well,
another league, or do you think?
Well, at this point, I think it's like too early to say because I don't think there are enough to actually like have a league. But I don't think it's bad. I think it's really good.
Have you played any notable ones? Like, I know Zicto was playing. He's like playing Vera right now, I think, right?
Okay. Oh no, I haven't played any.
Okay, cool.
I mean, they can't really be in the league. Scarlet would just walk all over it. I mean, Scarlet's already walking all
Yeah,
over.
Scarlet should
other
almost be
people.
not allowed. Stuff like that. Because she would be. Yeah, I think she would be winning hands down like every season. But who are some other notable female gamers that maybe people don't know that you've encountered on the ladder?
Whatever happened to Flo? Like,
Flo's here.
is she still around?
Yeah. She's not climbing the ladder this past week, man. God.
Ah, okay.
She's in the Quantic House right now. So.
Okay. I mean, I never know because there's like, Illusion and Hawk each have Smurfs of Quantic Flow.
Yeah, there's a million Quantic Flows on the ladder at this point.
Yeah. But like I don't really like know too many of them. So
Okay.
the only one I really know is like the medalist, the Swedish
Yep.
female star player.
Alice is quite
She's-
good too.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah, Verlin's pretty good too. I was watching her show match with. I mean, she casted on the Pro Corner once with me, but she played a show match with Desro and she looked pretty good in that too. So ZvZ against Zicto is almost not fair. So I'd be interested to see how she does. Okay, that's the next one. How did wSortOf and Glon get recognized by their team? I guess when you first got picked up by Western Wolves, sort of.
Well,
He was.
it's actually like kind of weird because they just like pretty much picked up Team Infused,
Yeah, that's
which I
true.
was on. So they just like picked up 5 players from there, and I was one of them. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, Team Infused has been around for a while too. So, have had a lot of really young up and coming players for a while. For a bit. Was Johnny on Infused too?
Yeah,
Johnny Rico. Yeah. So it was like you, Johnny Rico, Zicta Mini too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, they were basically on Infused for a long time.
Solid lineup.
Who?
It's a solid lineup.
Yeah, solid line, exactly. So yeah. So they've been around a while. It's just people just didn't get. They just haven't had like a ton of attention until semi recently. But Glon, how about you in vVv? Like you've been on vVv for a while now, right?
Pretty much since StarCraft 2. So when I entered StarCraft 2, I was in Silver League as Terran. I actually joined vVv's community, and then I suddenly became good, 7 roach rushing. So I went to top of the ladder with that, and I started to learn how to macro. So that type of thing. So I ended up a complete cheese player who everyone hated, and became like a never cheese. Like I hardly ever pull out a cheese or not line. Well, it's a CBZ, but that's services or nothing's all in.
Right.
So kind of from there, as VV became good, bad, we gained players, lost players. This is one of our down points. Team's pretty inactive, except for me and
Yeah.
a couple players. We basically kind of turned into like a development type of thing. They started like Aspire, which is basically like it's like Complexity's Academy, sort of. It's it definitely has a different twist to it. But I mean, for me, it's just I don't really find I need a team. I practice my partners. In fact, if anything, once the school gets started, it'll be good because I don't have to do a bunch of team leagues. Like like last year, I was basically doing like 4 team league matches a week, and that got kind of
Oh yeah.
like I kind of strenuous.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. Like having to balance school and playing, of course. Let's see, what's another good one? Oh, here you go. Glon did a very good performance in NASL qualifier recently, or you did very well actually last night, right? How do you feel coming
Mm.
so close but falling to Bishu, and do you think you'll be able to qualify in the, I guess, the next qualifiers?
Um, yeah, I feel like with every qualifier, when you're playing good people, there's always a little bit of luck involved. Like, I know in the third game versus Desro, I got lucky. Like, I'm not even gonna try to say anything else. I definitely got lucky. My build I just got like a blind counter. I don't know how it would have turned out if he had blind countered me instead.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also made a couple mistakes in there. Of course, I mean, everyone makes mistakes each game. But I feel like if I can do it again, then I'll definitely not lose to 3 base all ends. I feel like getting it again. Illusion, Scarlet, and who else decided to give walkovers? Some other notable person. Oh, Major. They all gave walkovers. And I'm pretty confident versus Illusion and Scarlet. Not so confident versus Major. He's good. So that would be.
So Illusion and Scarlet aren't good?
Oh, no, of course not. But I know Illusion's CVT, and I'm good at CVZ. It's actually best matchup. So yeah, I feel like if the stars align again next week, we'll see.
Right, yeah, I mean, it definitely takes a little bit of luck and good fortune to win a tournament.
Of course.
You know, it's
I mean, or to get there, I played like 6, 7 very, very good people. I mean, there's always a chance luck goes against you.
Yeah.
It's also a chance. I mean, it's just skill. Some of them, definitely most of it was. But there's always that one best of 3 that just one of you gets lucky, and that's the end of the game.
Yeah, it's either that or it's like, you know, some folks always, you know, out of the 3 matchups, right? There's typically one matchup that's just not like, you know, the strongest. And, you know, some tournaments you get it where it's just like you never run into that matchup, right? And you have a great run, and then sometimes you like run into that matchup like every single round, and it's tough, you know. So that's why sometimes I think results are inconsistent for folks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's the next question? We'll take a few more, and then we'll do the giveaway. How do you break the last skill ceiling of going from mid-masters to a GM contender to getting into the top 48, top 32 finishes of events? Okay, let me see. I guess how do you...
How do you break the skill ceiling?
Yeah, how do you jump from masters to GM, and then how do you go from GM to a top level player, pro player?
Do you want to start, or?
Yeah, sure. Just practice. That's pretty much it. Nothing else. Just practice. Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's to get into a little more specific. Like, definitely look at your opening build loader. If it's not what pros are using, then you should not be using it. I know people do their own little thing, but I mean, if you're really looking to get into like the pro scene, if you don't see pros doing it, you should not be doing it. Even if it works for you in Midmaster, it will not work in Grandmaster and versus other pros. And also just look at your money. I coach, and even up to like High Master, people are like floating 1K minerals at random points in the game, and that's never good. Always spend your money. Those 2 things: build orders and spend your money.
But I guess, yeah, like adding to that, like I don't think people before they get like to the high master, grandmaster, they shouldn't focus too much on strategies or builds or something. They should just like focus on improving their mechanics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like the most important thing. Like until they get like really good mechanics, it doesn't really matter what builds they're doing. Just like focusing on improving mechanics is the most important thing. And then you can like start to get like a deeper sense of the game, just like on strategies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
I can see that.
Yeah, once you have the fundamentals, then you can start. Yeah, definitely moving pieces and really thinking about strategy. That's
Yep.
a good point. All right, let's see. Okay, it's. Oh well, I guess you know the kind of latter portion of that question is, you know, how do you go from like GM to a top level pro? I mean, is it playing a lot of tournaments? Is it? I mean, I know a lot of people have nerve issues, but let's just say you don't have nerve issues. I mean, is it really just playing a lot of like play hems and online tournaments and really putting yourself in pressure situations, or is it a lot more than that?
Yeah, like I can speak that like I've been like a GM player for like 6, 7, 8 months, like since the GM came out pretty much, and but I never like took the last jump until I like started playing like really a ton of play-ins. It's like because it's a lot different to actually play a tournament than to just practice. So I just like played like 2 play-ins every day for a while. It's like both the EU and the NA one, and just like a ton of like practice, but like in a tournament setting, which really helped me a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there are a lot. Go ahead. Sorry, Ryan.
Oh, I'd say definitely make sure you don't have any weak matchups. That's something that kind of haunted me until recently. ZvP was always my weakest, and it still is my weakest, but it's not terrible. And then be in the pressure situations, get noticed and play him, and yeah.
Yeah, play-ins are a really great place because there's so many really, really good players. Like a lot of Koreans play play-em. I'm not sure if folks that follow play-em, that don't follow play-em know that, but lots of Korean players play like the NA play-em and even EU play-em. So it's it's an awesome place to definitely train, and should be part. I think it should be part of everybody's practice regiment, is playing those things.
Yeah.
But, all right, let's see. Any other good questions here, and we'll. Okay, last chance for giveaway, guys. Come up with a creative name for these two. We'll ask one more Q&A question, and then tweet me it's at ChanmanV, or Facebook message me, facebook.com/ChanmanTV. Your creative name for these two guys. It's nickname like Obama Toss, that type of stuff. Okay, last one, guys. Have you guys got a chance to play any of the Heart of the Swarm, or have you gotten a chance to play around with any of the units and have any thoughts about it, or how the scene's going to be once it comes out?
Oh, definitely at Anaheim. We did ourselves and Light had a little mini friendly best of 3,
Grim.
like
Yeah.
Clan War and Heart of the Storm.
Right.
Kind of sucked because every 20 minutes we had to leave, so games had to be less than 20 minutes long.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I kind of disagree with them doing that, MLG, because, or I guess you have to once it's all full up, but I mean there were many spaces. They had 700 stations. Yeah, that was fun on the 3rd day of MLG. And yeah, looking at the Zerg units, I don't really think the Storm Host is going to be used all that much. Maybe in super late game situations, but like Terran can counter it by just getting a few siege tanks, sending them to kill the Storm Host units. And remember, these things are also really expensive. They're 200 gas, 300 minerals.
Wow.
At least as it stands now.
Right.
But that's a lot of money. And Protoss just has Colossus. Stalker can blink back, all that good stuff. Originally, I thought that something was said that they were removing the Infestor, and that scared me a lot, but fortunately they're not. The Vipers thing, like the mini Dark Storm, is great. I think it's a much needed change, and the grab thing is kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. Sort of, you get a chance to play around with any of those on the test servers and that sort of thing?
I played the custom map.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I haven't really played anything. But I don't like to speculate too much before it's actually out, because I think it's too hard to know what's going to happen.
Everything's going to change.
Yeah, and everything's going to change again. So I don't think it's the point in actually discussing too much how it's going to be. But right now, Terran seems really strong with the new Hellions. Yeah.
Yeah, you think
The Mass Chrono Boost from Protoss seems really strong as well. But otherwise, I don't know. Everything's going to change when the beta comes out. We'll see.
How do you think it's going to change the scene, though? Do you think there will be a lot more chances for breakout? People just to break out, make a name for themselves, or do you think it's just going to be the same folks like that are at the top right now? They're just it's just going to be a new game, but it's going to be the same folks.
There might be some people who have early success with broken stuff, like in tournaments and stuff. Yeah, I guess they're gonna fall off again pretty soon. It's gonna be a lot of new people in the beginning, and then it's gonna stabilize.
I feel like in Korea it's just going to be Kespa players and top GSL players dominating. And I don't think Espa players are just gonna like suddenly win, but I think they're gonna have a big, like much more evening out with GSL, like en masse.
Yeah.
That's
and
a
in the
good
foreign
point.
scene, in the foreign scene, I agree with sort of. I think we're definitely gonna see a few new faces, but nothing's just gonna all of a sudden change. I mean, the same practice ethics and all that RTS experience will definitely carry over. I mean, it's gonna be a very, very similar game. I feel like it's gonna be a very, very similar game. Just at least in like the early mid game, it will be. Late game might be a little bit different, but you know,
Right.
having strong early mid game can carry you through.
Cool. And everybody you think will switch over immediately?
Yeah, because if the tournaments switch over, which they should,
Yeah.
then everything's gonna switch. People are gonna switch where the money is. They're not gonna switch for fun. They're not gonna stay for fun. They're gonna switch with the money.
Right.
So if tournaments switch, and they definitely should. Although this is going to be interesting to see how quickly they do, because once it's released, I mean, if you remember StarCraft 2's release, everything was screwed up. Like all the balance issues are still there, and still it took probably at least a solid 3 months in order for it to get somewhat stable. So I'm gonna be interested to see how quickly if tournaments give like a couple months time for balance, or also on the other hand, how quickly Blizzard's going to balance it out.
Right. Okay.
Thinking with their Diamond balance manager post, that does not make me feel very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. All right, guys. That's gonna be it for Q&A today, guys. We're gonna do the giveaway now. So let's go through some of these. Oh boy. Let me see. All right, we got. Okay, the first nickname is Glon's nickname is Slenderman. Sort of. We got Mr. Sunshine.
I like that.
Sort of the Bergman Zergman. Zergman, I guess. Let's see. Sort of the Snare. Okay.
It's interesting.
For sort of the Big Bad Wolf. He gave 3 here. Big Bad Wolf, sort of, or the Lone Wolf. Brian Young Guns Gemler, because of his age, and he's from Cleveland, Ohio. What?
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah. Sort of Chargelings. Okay. Not sure what that is. Sort of the Burger Zerg. Okay. Oh gosh. Glon should be vVvGlon should be vVv Obama Burgers. Not sure of that.
Some people.
Yep. Glon plus Renegade equals Glonade.
Interesting drink.
Yeah. There's another Zergman Bergman. I think that's gonna be it, dude. There's not much to choose from tonight, but actually one more. Let's see. Sort of equals kind of. Okay. Actually, how did you come up with that name? I never asked you that.
I actually don't remember really. It's a really long time ago.
Oh yeah. Okay. So. All right. Which one sticks out, guys? Those aren't the most creative, I have to say, viewers. You gotta get better next time. I wanted to ask a trivia question, so I guess it was kind of weren't ready for it either.
I don't know.
Yes,
What are you thinking? Here, narrow it down to 3 and read off those 3.
Okay, let me
So we can
see.
get,
We'll go with, let's see. I think, okay, the Bergman, Zergman.
But 2 people had that, so whoever had it first.
Yeah, whoever had it first. God, I mean, some of these aren't... I don't even get some of these, so I don't know, unless you get some of them, like the sort of Chargelings or Burger Zerg.
I don't get them.
I don't get those. I mean, unless they have like a hidden meaning that I don't know of. Mr. Sunshine, or Slender Man for Glon.
Mr. Sunshine.
Did you like Mr. Sunshine? Mr. Sunshine sound good?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, sure.
All right, all right, Skylar.
Just a ray of sunshine.
All right, Skylar Christian with Mr. Sunshine is going to be the winner of this mouse pad. Actually, I have this whole overlay here. Yeah, this mouse pad right here, guys. The Goliath this speed. And a big thanks for Razer as always for providing this gear for you guys, or for me, but I just give it to you guys, so it's all good. But yeah, so congratulations, Skylar Christian. We will. I'll message you on Facebook and get your mailing information and send that out to you. All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap this up. You got any shout-outs you guys want to do? Let's start off, sort of.
Yeah, sure. Shout out to my team, Aggressive Moves,
Oh,
and shout out to my fans.
okay, great. Glon.
Pretty similar. Shout out to sponsor, Steel Series. Pretty cool gear. I know you're also you're selling Razor, but it's okay. Give some love to each. Both sport esports. So,
Exactly.
I mean, definitely at least support one or the other. Shout out to my team, VvV, and its sponsors. Shout out to teammates. I know, like, without at least VvV, so a lot of people leave. Hope the best for them. And thanks so much, guys. Watch me stream. I'm sad of getting like 10 viewers and commentating. It's a little bit depressing.
Yeah, check his stream out, guys. I mean, he does a great job of talking while he's playing, explaining things. And what is it? Why don't you type it in here? It's Twitch.
Twitch.tv/vVvGlon. Type it in.
vVvGlon.
Yeah.
And then sort of you stream too, right?
Yeah, I stream a lot, as much as I can when I'm at home.
It's www. Is it www.sortof?
No, Twitch TV / sort of SC.
Yeah, sort of SC. That's right. Okay, sort of SC, guys. All right, guys. Follow these guys stream and follow them on Twitter too. The Twitters, our Twitter accounts are right here on the overlay. So definitely do that. And big thanks to you guys for coming on. Again, it's funny because the show started off as being a last-second thing because Sase had to cancel over the weekend. So Sase is actually going to be on a Climbing the Ladder next week. For those of you that are looking out for that. But he was supposed to be on today, and then when I had sort of, and Suppy set, and then Suppy had to back out last second. So big thanks to both of you guys.
2 minutes before.
Yeah, it's like a double sub today. So yeah, big thanks to you guys, and it's always fun having you guys on the show, and you guys are always welcome to be on the show. Thursday show, we're gonna have another one of those kind of NA shows where it's just players that have been around the scene for a while, just people just don't know about. And I'm gonna have Legion's Maker on and Gosu's STX, just two Terrans. I know a lot of you Terrans out there just dying for Terrans, so we have 3 straight shows of Terrans. Okay, so you can't complain after that. Okay, we're gonna have Nama and Cloud on next week too. So yeah, get ready, Terrans. It's gonna be a fun time. Get ready for Terrans complaining about TVZ. No, I'm just kidding. No, but hopefully a lot of them will bring light to some TVZ and some of the other matchups. But all right, other than that, big thanks to my mods as usual. Shout out to obviously Razor for sponsoring the show and doing these giveaways for you guys. They're great company and have great gear. And I think that's going to be it today, guys. I'm going to rebroadcast this later on tonight at the normal time, 11 p.m. Eastern. So check that out if you guys missed the beginning. But all right, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Yeah, see ya.
Thanks. Done. Good luck, Diane, dude.
Thanks. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thanks a bunch.